don't know.
Didn't you make a picture of that?
It looks very familiar. I think I might have, yes.
Boy, they both look young, don't they?
He's still got those little curls in the front of his head.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always had those curls, huh?
Just he had curly hair.
So what year was this picture taken?
Gee, I don't know, 1964, something like that. I don't know, it was one of our anniversaries. We had a big beefsteak at our place on Alps Road. That's probably
What year did your mother die?
78, I think it was.
Yeah, well, you're right. Mom was pregnant with John. That's why we were in Colorado, so that's why we didn't come for the funeral. Which is too bad. It really was. But,
These are pictures of the cruise. Oh, there he is again. Yeah, he looks nice there, smiling.
What is he holding in his hand?
That's my husband.
No, what is he holding in his hand? Is that like a camera?
camera back, yeah.
Probably.
Camera.
Well, that's about all I have, I guess. Sea Venture, I guess, yeah.
That was the camera that was
Cocktail party before we went.
lifted from the back of our car when we were returning.
You can't see much of it.
Yep.
He looks nice, still has a nice smile on him.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I think that's about it. I'll go through that another time.
There's that 35th anniversary photo or whatever that...
What?
There's that 35th anniversary photo that was you were looking at while I was changing the...
Oh, yeah, that was,
film.
Grandma and Grandpa and,
Well,
I'm guessing your mother.
Well, maybe there's something in here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's my parents' 35th anniversary. Okay. Now I understand much better. I actually probably have some of that stuff.
Okay. Now, is that your mother right there that's with them?
What? Which one?
Is that your mother with them right there?
I could bring it closer.
Okay.
I suspect it is.
Which one?
Probably.
Yeah, my mother and your mother, your grandmother and grandfather. Yeah. And this is
Could have been 35th anniversary then. Could have been?
your grandfather again, your father's father. Oh, it's the same one. Is it the same one, this picture?
Yeah, this is.
It's the same.
Yeah. And it's
Well,
the
all I
same.
was saying is that John was 19 at my parents' 50th.
I didn't even
So at their
remember we had
35th, he would have been
my
around.
mother
Mhm.
And the two babies, my sister and me.
Like both grandmothers died before he was born. So.
We don't need that.
What's that? Is a news clip in here?
What's this about? Let's see. Oh, that's when I was named a principal. I didn't think that was in there. Huh. This is your grandmother and my mother. Here's your father, family picture, if you want that.
That's neat. It is neat.
You got that?
Yep.
That's a nice picture too. Grandma and her mother.
Well, you saw this before, my brother when he came home from the war.
Okay.
This is on the back of this. One of my happiest days, the day my boy came back from Europe, December 6, 1945. That's this one.
Doors popping in.
So that was your mother's writing?
Yes. Oh, this is pathetic. It's the note my sister left when she went to the hospital. she knew she wasn't going to live. That's pathetic. Nope. 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 Here he is again at a young age.
Hmm.
Here he is again with his cousin, my Aunt Mary, my mother. I don't know if you want that picture.
Okay.
They're all dead now.
You can see the picture?
That's when they came home from the war. I think I showed you this, didn't
Yeah.
I? This is the house where your father was born. This is the house we lived on, 130 Clinton. This was our house we built. This is my father's, right? That would be your grandfather. When she worked in a botany, and he did too. Just look at the fancy writing.
Wow, it is fancy, yes.
They wrote in numbers so nobody would know what they're writing about.
Hmm.
They had a code.
Mhm.
Here he is again. This is a big picture. Oh, this is your father when he was a baby.
Oh, really? Wow. So you're there, and Helen's there too, right?
Yeah. This is Walter. This is Margaret. This is Helen. That's me. And then my grandfather, my grandmother, my father, my mother, and Uncle Kurt and Aunt Alice.
Hmm. That'd be an interesting photo if you could get copies made. 'Cause
How long they kept? Is it
yeah, 'cause
remarkable?
I don't think we have one of that.
Look at the high shoes.
Yeah.
Everybody. See, he had high shoes then, but when he got older, he wouldn't wear them.
Right.
I think he must have been about less than 2 there, your father.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I remember my grandmother made those dresses. They were blue velvet jumpers. And this is the one you saw before.
Right, which is quite a bit earlier.
Yeah. No things like that. And this you saw my family before Walter was born.
Right, yeah. Right, but I'd never seen the three of you with your, both your parents. I don't think.
That's, yeah.
I don't think I'd ever seen that combination for the whole family.
Yeah, the whole family. Not the whole, yeah, the whole thing. Oh, well, no, the one with my brother on that. That's the one Anne has. Oh, this is ancient
Wait, so
history.
who's the little girl that can't keep her head
1963.
still? Who is that?
Oh, here I am.
It looks like Fran. I'm joking.
Yes, it's Fred. Looks a lot like Emily, actually.
Well, I guess that's the story. I don't know of anything else.
So, do you remember how long did you have to stand for this picture? Do you know how
I
long?
don't know. It was a professional photographer. You know, in those days, my grandmother took quite a few trips to Germany, and he would brag that it was his house. It wasn't. They rented it, but he impressed them how rich he was in America. They, to tell the truth, that they had to borrow on their insurance policies to take the trip. Now, where did I put that? I'll put it down here and I'll sort it out later. That picture. picture in here of my mother. And I guess that's the whole, these are all art supplies. These are brushes. If I ever get busy with painting again, I got plenty of brushes. Okay, that's the story. I guess that's all I have. I hope I've been of help.
Definitely, yeah.
Not much, I guess.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Definitely great help. Thank you. Nice picture of Elsie in the newspaper.
When was that?
In 63.
A long time ago. 63? Wow.
So you taught in schools 11, 14, and 12.
I keep getting these pictures. I don't know what to do with them. I have pictures around of my great-grandchildren. How many can you put? I have them on my refrigerator, but I mean, they keep making more pictures. And then I have pictures of cruises we were on. Well, that's the story of my life and everybody else's life. Huh?
Yeah, lots of pictures.
Well, I had them in that thing, but it doesn't even matter. This, I think, is precious, though. You didn't know how long ago that was. Let's see. Must have been about 1908, 1909.
Right, because you were born 1910, right?
My mother was 18 inches around the waist. With the help
Yes.
of you know what.
Yes, it,
Yeah. Gee, my father looks very young there.
yeah. You look very happy, too.
Well, that's the way it goes. Oh, more stuff on the bottom here. This has nothing to do. These are all trips, we took. I have no buildings here. Thank goodness I didn't do that, because that's current stuff. I'd look high and low. What
So
happened?
what was torn out of this yearbook? Or cut out of it?
The world may never know.
That's it. I didn't have as many as I thought I did, but that's what I have.
No, it's all good. Let's see if I think there's anything else any bases I didn't cover. And your
When do you
parents-
go back home? Tonight?
Well, we're gonna drive back up to Groton tonight, and then I'm gonna go back to school. I'm on spring break, so I have a whole week off from school. So
Are you going directly from here? Or are you going to Massachusetts first?
going to Massachusetts first,
Oh.
and then
How long do you have off?
I have a week.
Oh,
So I'll take the train from Massachusetts to Syracuse sometime, like Thursday or Friday or
oh.
something.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a roommate?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. Live on the 6th floor of a 8-story building. And
8 together?
yeah. 8-story building.
Are you far from the main buildings?
The campus is pretty spread out. And
Mhm.
you can see all the campus. My particular dorm is actually quite isolated from the rest of campus.
Mm-hmm.
but it's not too much of a walk. It's just uphill.
Do you get your meals, or do you make your own, or how do you work that?
Well, we're required to have a meal plan that requires us to go to a dining hall. So,
Uh-huh.
because they figure if they let us make our own meals, we'll starve or something. I don't know.
Well, you won't get the right nutrition.
I don't know if we get the right nutrition at the dining hall either.
Oh.
It certainly doesn't compare to the food you have here. It's definitely
Well,
At least
we
something to be
heard
desired.
our nutritionist talk the other day, and they plan the meals around good nutrition. I guess she's fairly new because we had another one before, and they gave out all kinds of material about what you should eat, fruits and vegetables every day. So they're planning new menus, and they'll all be planned around good nutrition. So you can't expect more than that, right?
yeah. They don't really plan the meals very well.
Well, you have lots of time to catch up. I don't know why they bother with us, but they do.
So I was just looking through the advertising sections, where sometimes you find interesting things. The advertising of the clothing company that when we were growing up was my mother's favorite place to take us in Passaic to get, nice clothes. Larky. That's the one where Tom's favorite memory is of always being categorized as husky. Somehow that size category is no longer a favorite for children's clothing. Because most of the other companies so
Do you
far
type up all
don't
your
recognize.
papers that you have to do?
Yeah, this one's gonna be about.
Well, it's better, you get a better mark. And they try to decipher your handwriting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know
really-
one summer I had to work on my master's thesis, and it was hot, and the perspiration was just dipped. I did all my own. A lot of people had to type professionally. But I had taken typing in high school, so I do the basics. And they said, "Ooh, did you have it done?" Because you have definite specifications how it has to be done, margins a certain way, and all that. So I guess I did all right. And the typewriter I was using would skip every time after A or S, and I had to watch that. And a lot of words have A and S in them.
Yeah.
Was not a good typewriter.
Do you remember what your topic was for your master's thesis?
Yeah, I had the function of PTAs and influencing elections or something like that. I had to do some research on that, interview different people. It had to be some topic that wasn't done before. Well, that's not easy to find.
Of course not, no.
Yeah.
Quinlan Funeral Home was
I know I
business
did
and
it in the
advertising back
summer.
then.
What? It wasn't Beelzebub Quinlan back then?
And I look back, I wonder how I did it all. I'd never be able to do it today, naturally.
Mm. Well, you graduated, right?
Oh, sure, got my master's anyway. I know my mother went to that. My bachelor's, you didn't have to go to the graduation. I didn't even bother. They sent me the certificate. Boy, I didn't care. Well, the only thing about advanced degree, I took it mostly to get on a higher salary level.
Mm.
And I didn't think I'd ever become a principal, but that's what I majored in because I didn't want secondary, and Montclair was mostly secondary, but I did major in administration and supervision in the elementary school. That's what I did. So,
I'm just looking at now.
Just like some of the, some of the businesses I recognize, like Parian, which is probably where this watch is worth.
you going up the country yet?
We might, I don't know. We have to see what our time
That
is.
draws them like a magnet, doesn't it, Bob?
Yeah.
Did you decide anything about it yet?
But
About the country?
not really, no. There's like, there's 9 owners now. So, a little harder to reach decisions. I'm almost through the ads. I'm enjoying the ads.
That's okay. Tell us about the ads.
Is there anything else you can think of that you want to ask me? I guess we pretty well covered the
Yeah.
field, as much as I remember.
And it's difficult to ask questions. It's like, tell me everything you know about your life, you know? How do you ask that question?
Can we help you put things away?
Yeah, if you will, please. I guess
Sure.
it's pretty heavy to carry. I think that's all I had in there.